welcome back to the Northwind Homestead and this episode of Druid's Bees. We're going to do some crazy stuff. So I haven't posted a lot this year because, you know, being a first year beekeeper, I didn't want to come off like I was giving any advice on beekeeping. So I've kind of just done my own thing. But what we got to do today, I feel like I want to document and record this both for myself and maybe for some other folks. So what happened was we have the two hives. We split the queens out of the two outside hives on June 18th. So hive 1 immediately built a bunch of swarm cells right before the split, and they raised a queen right away. We actually took some of those queen cells out and we put them in hive 2, but they didn't take. We actually came out one day and there was a dead queen in front of the hive with a little funeral procession around her, and then I put some new eggs in there from hive 1 and they still didn't build any queen cells. I went in the other day and it looked like this. So you can see obviously a laying worker hive, and so we got to remedy this. And so I talked to my mentor, Alaska Sustainable Beekeeping, and this is what we came up with. So this middle hive is a nuke. There's 2 colonies living in this hive. They're divided down the center. So we're going to take the hive with the laying workers, I'm going to condense it down into one box. Then we'll put a screen above that box, and then above that we're going to take one side of this nuke with her queen and all her eggs and all her bees. We're going to put that on top of the laying worker hive, and they'll have a separate entrance. So I made a little entrance out of some foam, and hopefully they'll keep doing their thing. They'll share the pheromones. Hopefully that will turn the ovaries off of the laying workers, and then we can reclaim those bees. If not, then we'll deal with that laying worker section of that hive later on. But the goal was to try and take 4 queens into the winter, but instead we'll be taking 3 in. So not a total loss, not where I wanted to be, but it is what it is. So let's get to it. So let's start the laying worker hive and see what that looks like. Yeah, so that's definitely laying workers. Look at all those eggs in there.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
There's a queen cell.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of eggs in it too.
Oh.
This is the one we gave them
Whoa.
from the other hive. Yeah, this is the one I first noticed is just full of eggs. It's got a bunch of larvae too. I'm not quite sure what to do with this guy here. So what we need to do is consolidate down this entire box. So I may consider giving them this one because it's got some stores in it and not a whole lot of pollen. So I do want to give them a little bit of stores to live off of. So we'll just set that one aside for the moment.
Whoa. I'm not gonna be happy. Hey guys, girls. Ooh. So you're just gonna yeah, that larva's gone.
Yeah. It's all drones, so we don't
Yeah.
want...
It's all drones?
Yeah,
yeah, gotcha.
Ladies can't be fertilized.
Yeah, gotcha. Cloud of bees.
This one's going to end up going to freezer camp. 'Cause unfortunately, those few brood there are going to have to.
You can leave in that honey store?
Yep.
There's a load of honey. What are you gonna do with that one?
I'm going to put it in one of these other hives over here.
I guess that'll work. Hopefully.
So this was a half split nuke. There was a queen on one side, a queen on the other. And so now I'm just replacing foundation. A couple of days. I'll come back, pull the divider boards, and then see if we can get these remaining. Because what I suspect, the foragers are going to leave this box and then fly back home to this box. So I think this will be full of foragers here. I do not need a queen excluder anymore because there's only one queen in there. All right, now my fancy top. A little bit of Reflectix. Putting this entrance 90 degrees to the front, so when it comes time to rotate them back, a little bit easier of an adjustment. Let's see what happens.
Where's their entrance?
Over here.
Oh.
It's all an experiment. Have to crank this down good because it.
Oh, they're flying into the wind. Why did you want it on the opposite side?
This put them out this way. Tim was saying that it's easier for them to orient instead of moving 180 degrees.
Oh, I
when they
understand.
move them back,
Yeah, I got you.
then they have to move 90 degrees.
That's a tiny opening.
Yeah.
You don't want to make it bigger? Like, I don't know. It's so tiny. Is it even? I don't know. There's a plastic here that's.
So it's been about a week or so since we did this experiment here, and it seems like it's worked out pretty well so far. So came out about 5 days after we did it and took the screen out, put a piece of newspaper on top of that, and then the bees were able to chew their way through the newspaper for a nice slow introduction between the two colonies. Went in and checked the queen. She's doing really good. And then just the other day we harvested, so we reduced them down to just 2 boxes. The box above this is a feeder. So there's a Hive IQ feeder in here. It's basically a big wash tub with a center tower and a raft. We just pour 2 gallons of sugar water in there, and then they just climb up through the tower, get down in there, and feed like mad. So there's our harvest for the year. So we got a gallon and basically a gallon and a half about. So that's going to break down real nice, because that'll give us a pint a month for the next year. So pretty excited about that. So interesting first year beekeeping. Definitely had some learning curves, I guess is the best way to put it. Made some big mistakes that I'm not going to repeat. But I learned some things that I want to take forward in the next year. I think I want to go make a wooden shim to go between the boxes that'll match up with the kind of tongue and groove on the boxes there. And I'm going to put an upper entrance, right? And so when it gets really into the honey flow, that these guys can enter kind of through the box right below the honey super. That way they can just get straight into that honey. But super excited. My original queen is in this middle box. She is just doing amazing. And then that box down there is my homegrown queen. Super excited about making my own queen. So bringing 3 packages into the winter. Hopefully we'll get all 3 to come out. Really wanted 4, but it just didn't work out that way. So it'll be 3 for the winter. And so next thing is just kind of building up the winter boxes. I'll be using deeps for that. I'm going to put a candy board and then a whole bunch of insulation on top of them. I'm going to squish all these guys together. 2 is going to go in the middle because that's the weakest hive, and I want to keep it warmer than the others. And then we'll push them all together. We'll wrap them with insulation, and we'll wrap them with Reflectix on the outside of that to help keep the wind out. And hopefully all this sugar that I'm pouring in there, I bought a 50-pound bag 3 days ago, and I'm already more than halfway through it. These guys, they drank about a gallon in 3 days. So I just put another gallon in each one of them. So they are definitely going through the sugar water. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the homestead. If you hung on this long in the video, I applaud you. Look for some more videos to come out of the homestead here. Garden's doing great this year. Swing by, check out some of those garden videos. And we'll keep improving, both in life and in videos. Be well. And if you want to support this homestead, you can always buy me a coffee. And it's just so great to be here. All right, folks. Be well.